Good evening and welcome once again to the Whiskey Cowboy Live. Tonight's date is November 5th, 2025. It is a Wednesday. Wednesday. Welcome to the show. Now, we got some folks out there. I can see the numbers ticking. And nobody said, hey. Hey. Post up and say, hey. Tonight's coffee is hazelnut cream from New England brand. Hey, there's Jackie. She says, hi, Cowboy. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show, Jackie. Is this the first time you've been on since I've been coming live again? That yes or no? Jackie. Hey, OT's here. Fred. It's not Frank, it's Fred, right? Jackie says no 2 other times. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you. There's Fred again. There's Fred. OT Fred. Okay, where's Laurel? Laurel's almost always the first person that writes in. Hope she's okay. There she is. There she is. She says, howdy, a smidge late. It's okay. It's okay. Better late than never. Better late than never. Got an interesting show. Some of my bullet points that started out is going to be a little contradictory to what I'm hearing out there in the webosphere from political commentators on the right, and a lot of people on the right. So I'm going to be a little bit contrary, like I am sometimes. I do that quite often. It's like, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. And a lot of people go, oh, hell, I hadn't even thought about that. Laurel says, no, really? Yeah. Goodness gracious. Yeah, a lot of times they hear a bunch of stuff and it sounds good to them, so then they run with it as if it's true. Uh-oh, Jacqueline, your message was redacted. You tripped a filter. Try to rephrase what you said. Try to rephrase. I've got the bare minimums, though. Jacqueline says, see and react to them. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. See and react to who? Hootie and Blowfish. Hootie who? Who done it? How is the audio out there tonight? How's the audio? And I'm going to do another test. Jackie says, wow, I didn't say anything weird. Yeah, you never can tell what the filters are going to trip on. Laurel says, sounds good. Okay, now I'm going to do an audio test over the audio test, and you tell me whether it's breaking up or not. Thank you. So it's not breaking up. That's good. So I increased my bit rate the last show and I didn't restart. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to let everything roll. Before that, every time I played audio over the mic and video over the video as well, it'd get all glitchy and nasty. Now you all know this, but anybody that happens to listen in later in the show, that was me playing. That's my music. Smooth funk from the Whiskey Cowboy. It's like, ooh, I'm a jazz, funk, blues, Spanish player. But jazz is where I live. Smooth funk is where I live. There's a lot of similarities. And I play with a gypsy jazz flavor to it. So, Jacqueline said, I said comments show in the chat, but you don't seem to see them for 30 seconds. Right. There's a lag. I'm sending a signal out. Okay. It's processed out there. You see it. You respond. It gets sent back to me. It's the old problem if you watch old news shows and stuff like that where they have the reporter in the field and then you have a lag. Well, that happens with online broadcasting as well. There is a lag. It's not real time. Jacqueline says, I was here since the start of the show. Okay. Okay. Thank you. And here's another interesting thing. The lag will be different for each person. If the signal's good and you're all pulling from the same hub and it's a good one, there's not much lag at all. But you can get a wonky one and you get a big lag. Sometimes some people had like a minute, 2 minutes lag on it. It's like, ooh, that's terrible. Restart, go back, shut down the show, jump back in, and then scroll to where it's live again, because you'll come in and you'll see backed up. Scroll it, just slam it to the right, so it's you're at the latest signal, and the lag's probably going to be greatly reduced. But yeah. But yeah, I've been playing some of my, hey there, Alicia. And Jim, right? Jim, Alicia, Allie. Sorry about that. Allie and Jim. They're from the West Coast. He said hi. Hey. I'm not wearing a fancy shirt today. I've been outside working today. Been working on the Franken-Zebo. Here, look, it's a hideous beast. Gus said, I had it so bad I couldn't fix it and had to give up. Lag sucks. Yeah, it does. Sometimes you just got to log out, log back in, and a lot of times that'll take care of it. But yeah, the interesting thing about the Franken-Zebo, y'all know the story. Most everybody knows the story of the Franken-Zebo. Allie and Jim probably don't. It started out it started out with one of those nice, but they're not all weather gazebos that you buy. You know, they got the metal frames and stuff like that, and they got the nice roofs on them, the fabric roofs, and they're all pretty, and it's nice. Yeah, it's nice until you get snow or 500-mile-an-hour winds. Well, back some years ago, I had more than one. The first one just totally died. The second one, it was like, okay, I got it saved, and sorta. And it had corner brackets. You know, they were shaped like this, but like that. It's corner brackets. And I could put 4x4s in between, you know, right in the corners, and then, you know, tie them off and fix things up. So whatever. I just kept making one alteration after another. and going out in windstorms with my youngest, and we're wrestling with it. Well, up until this last year, in other words, this year, the only thing left of the gazebo originally was the 4 corner posts, the metal decorative. That was it. Everything else was new. It was rednecked together with 2x4s and 4x4s and done usually in the middle of windstorms. So, and now keep in mind too, this is sitting on a sort of flat lawn, but it ain't level. And that's fine when you got a temporary gazebo thingy on there. That's fine. When you start building it, you really have to, if you're going to do it right. Like the front is lower than the back. So to do it right, you'd make the back, you'd either have to level it all out. Fuck that. Or you'd have to build it so that your roof lines and everything are correct level horizontally. So the front legs are going to be longer than the back legs, and then you just build from there. Well, I didn't have the luxury of being able to do that. So I just went with what it did. So there's not a damn thing plumb or square in that gazebo. It is freaking hideous. Good evening, Kay. Welcome to the show. So it is freaking hideous. It's one of those things. It is so bad. You just eyeball shit and hope for the best when you redo it. So okay. So that's where I'm at now, and it's like I put up studs in the 3 walls, the 2 sides and the back today by myself. And of course, that doesn't work like you're doing in a house. In the house, you build your walls with your studs. You got your floor and you got your ceiling and then your studs, and they're all nailed in, and you bring it in and you put it into place, and then you secure the bottom and you secure the top. You can't do that out there. Number one, the ground ain't flat, not like a floor. And number two, nothing was built. Nothing was built right. Like the 2x4 is going across the top. They're going this way. They're not going this way. They're going this way. So then you got your studs coming in. It's like, how the hell are you going to do that? Well, I got it done. I mean, don't worry about it. It ain't pretty. It's gonna work. And then after I get more stuff, I got to add some more corner bracing and stuff like that. It is freaking hideous. and the back is a tarp, but it doesn't go to the full ends. It's I think 8x10, so it goes like 10 wide and then 8, so it goes up and then whatever. And then the sides are 10x10 or 10 and then whatever, but I got a tarp and it's going to go up one side, across the ceiling, the roof joists, down the other side, down the other, and I'm going to fasten it with I don't know what the hell they're called. Pictures. It is hideous. No pictures. Gus has seen it. But it's functional. It does what it's supposed to do. So then I get these stripped lats of wood, and then screws in it, and then they're going to screw and hold the tarp, all of them, to all the joists, okay? And the studs, the joists on the top and then the studs. So it's going to affix it to it. It's a work of art, modern art. So really, when it's done, I mean, before the wind took my other tarp, it didn't look. If you didn't stare at it, it looked fine. Laurel says, once you get the tarps on it, take a picture from a distance. I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do for you guys. You guys have sort of seen that area anyways. I got my Franken-Zebo, and then I got the new hoop shed thing. It's over in one corner of the property. But I'll see what I can do for you. It is fucking hideous. But again, when everything is, again, when the tarp was on it and before the wind took it this last winter and shit like that, it looked presentable. It was, if you didn't stare at it, you didn't think much of it. So I'll see what I can do. But yeah, ain't a plumb or level line in that thing. It reminds, when I'm out there working, I'm like, holy shit. Now keep in mind, I'm also doing this by myself. I'm not having any help. So I just every board has to be custom cut. Because again, strategic painting. There's no painting. It's just white tarps. So in the front, I'm going to put a tarp around most of it, and then I'm going to build a door so that we can open and close it. But I've got some, by golly, clear plastic, thick plastic. And I'm going to do part of the front with that so it lets a lot of the front light in. I mean, we don't care. When we're in it, we don't care. But it's nice to look outside if somebody's coming in on that side. But whatever. But yeah, while I'm working on it today, I kept getting, remember the movie, God, now I got it. It's not in my head. It's Clint Eastwood's last great movie, Unforgiven. Remember the movie Unforgiven? And little Bill is building his house. and the guys were talking about it. He said, ain't a straight line in that thing. And of course the roof leaks and stuff like that. That's all I could think of when I'm out there fighting with the Franken-Zebo. It's little Bill. They're building his own house. I can actually do stuff. But again, it was a work in progress, and it was fighting every single thing that I had to do, and in the middle of windstorms, and it's got a dear place in our heart. We love being out in it, and we got a one of those smokeless fire pits. Gus says labor of love going on. Yeah, it is what it is. We enjoy being in it, and we want to be out in it in the wintertime. And with the tarp sides and stuff, enough of the heat's going to stay in there, and it's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. I like to be outside and drink my whiskey by the fire. And that's just the way it is. Oh, Gus. Just to let you know, I solved my problem with getting the snowblower in the back of the truck. Okay, for the rest of you, I got my son's snowblower, and I tried to fix it. I can't, because I can't get a part off. Not a problem. Gus is going to help me with it. Or attempt to. Give it a go. But I got a big truck. It's not John doesn't have a truck. John's got a big truck. It's bigger than the full size trucks they have now, because it's the old body style. It's a big truck, and the ass is way up in the air. It's not lifted. It's just a big truck. But I got the ramps. But pushing a snowblower up the ramps, Jacqueline says, called making memories. It's cool being funky. Yeah, it's got character. So that's why I said it's a Franken-Zebo. It will always be the Franken-Zebo. Now there is no part, zero, none left. I took them off today. The last corner pieces of the original gazebo they're off. They're gone. So it's a lie. But okay, get back to the truck. So trying to push the snowblower up the ramps, I couldn't do it. Because snowblowers, the wheels offer resistance. It's not like I could push a lawnmower up. Laurel says you need a tractor to be able to lift stuff up and over into the back. Yeah, well, Gus has one. Gus is like, I got a tractor. We can take it out. It's like, Gus, your tractor's at your place. It's not at mine, but whatever. So I got the ramps, and my son helped me get it up into the back. Not a problem. So I'm like, hell, I'm going to have to try to get that into the truck. Because I'm bringing it over. I'm going over to Gus's Friday. I've been busy all week. But I'm going to go over there. We're going to cut some wood. We're going to do man things and drop off my snowblower. Well, my son's snowblower. And then see what can happen with it. But okay. I'm having the kids come over to help me tomorrow, put it in the back of the truck tomorrow evening. Couldn't do it today because I got to go get some wood tomorrow. So, the original gazebo is still there. The soul, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, its soul's still there, and it's always going to be the Franken-Zebo. It's god awful ugly. It's again, if you just glance at it, no. You get up and you go, wait, is the whole thing leaning in this direction? Nothing's. And here's the worst part about it. You folks probably know this about me. I'm fucking anal about it. I am like OCD man. I notice everything. I come back into the house and I'm like, oh baby, it's fucking hideous. None of the shit is lining up. Nothing's right. And because it's off kilter, I'm going to have to add an extra 2x4 just to have a place for the back tarp because it'll attach at the top, but it won't attach at the bottom. It's like, oh, you son of a mother, but whatever. So I'm like, it's hideous. And she's like, dude, you're always too difficult on yourself. Yeah, I am. But this shit just, I notice things. I tell you about the boat we were following down the road the other day. Oh my God, it drove me bananas. We're traveling down the road and the boat's wrapped. Okay, the boat's wrapped and it's on a trailer and the guy's pulling it. And it's not on the trailer straight. It's like shifted 3 inches to the side. So you look at it's not even in the V, and the engine thing isn't right. It's like, and I'm traveling behind it. I'm like, man, if that was me, I'd have to fix that shit. Jacqueline says Green Acres gazebo. No, it's the Franken-Zebo. It's always going to be the Franken-Zebo. But yeah, I notice these things. So yes, the Franken-Zebo is it's a love-hate relationship because I notice everything. Oh my God, I notice everything. But I tell you what, that damn framing gun, oh boy, I couldn't do this by myself. Well, I probably could, but I'd have to tie things and that the nail framing gun is good. Love that thing. So today I use more of my tools. Farmer Dave entered the waiting room. Sorry, Farmer Dave. If you're watching the show, you got to be a contributing member. You got to get out there and talk. I don't just have random people join the Zoom room. Yeah, so I got my framer, my nail gun, framing nail gun. Got my 5.5-inch circular saw. Got my what the fuck they call that thing? It's not a drill. the damn impact wrench. It's a drill, but it's not. My impact wrench and my saber saw. I used all of them today. Now I have more tools that I just brought, but I didn't use them. But I used all of them today, and it was like, oh, this is so cool. I didn't. Orion never joins the room. Jesus, you can't just pull a random name out of the people that are in the room. Why do they do that? And okay, so I'm just going to pull a random name that's in the room, and I'm gonna pretend that I'm them. Okay, Ryan Turner, if that's what you want to do, get in the room as Ryan Turner, and say, hey, Cowboy, can I join the Zoom room? Bet you ain't, because Orion's been watching the show for years, or at least a year. He was watching before I took my 8-month break, and he's never once joined the Zoom room. People. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're not coming in. But okay. Enough of that. Oh, we spent almost a half an hour yakking about the Franken-Zebo. So, yeah, Ryan just did a dashy thing. That's not him. Only few of us have gone into the room. Yeah. Yeah, question mark. Yeah, it wasn't you. Man, I got tears in my eyes. I got tears in my beer. Okay, the bullet points. I never got to my bullet points. Let's get to this. Then we can open it up to general conversations. We had a bunch of elections. And the left is going apeshit. It's a blue wave. It's a blue wave. Better watch out, because we're going to take you all in the midterms. And the proof is this blue wave that hit these elections this week. This blue wave. It wasn't a fucking blue wave. And we got prominent talking heads on the right claiming that it was a blue wave. It ain't showing shit. It's really not. It's really not. If you look at where they won, they're all in blue areas. Oh, but they took back a couple red seats. Look, the red people the Republicans that they replaced, which wasn't many, was a fluke for them to be there anyways. One of the things was the Virginia governor. Are you kidding me? Shit ton of people thought he was a rhino anyways. Virginia's blue. and they've constructed their voting districts to capitalize on that. They break up whatever red is there. So, oh my goodness. Oh, gee, and Mamdani won. Well, a Democrat was going to win. it's no big whoop there. There's only one person that really surprised me, but not for the reason that most people might think, was Virginia's AG, Mr. Jones. See, the Democrats will vote for whatever Democrat's on the fucking ticket. That's the way it is. If they made it to the ticket, they're going to get the vote. It is what it is. The thing that surprises me is how he was allowed on the ticket in the first place after making the statements that he did concerning wanting his political opponents killed and their families killed. This wasn't in jest. Yet he was still on the ticket. So of course he got elected. Duh. Democrats just vote D. That's it. They don't care. And here's another thing. Here's another thing. This is something that most people they don't get. The average voter is stupid. They are. The average voter also doesn't follow politics. Yeah, you think that all those people that show up and voted knew a damn thing about anything that they were voting for and who they were voting? No, they live their lives, and I get it. When people work jobs 40 hours a week, they don't obsess about politics. Usually the people do are the people that aren't working or that may be working part-time. Look to who your activists are out there. They're not people who have fucking jobs. The average person out there, to include the average Democrat voter, does not know politics. And they've shown that time and time again. Going out on the street and asking people simple questions about the candidates and the issues at hand. And most of them don't know anything other than a vague talking point, and that's it. Well, because they don't live their life in a political bubble. They're ignorant. And I'm not saying this to be an insult. That's just the way it is. And sadly, that's the same with people on the right. You think the average person on the right knows two shits about the political landscape out there? Most of them don't. You've been out just talking with people and you go, man, you're fucking stupid. They don't know. And then the things that they do know, again, both on the right and left, the things that they swear to God they know, they're just bound to, they're wrong. They're wrong. They take their own bias and they get confirmation bias, and then it feeds on itself. God, I wish I would. This is how you'd eliminate a lot of problems if you just had a test. You didn't vote, you took a test. These are the issues. This is what you want. Say, okay, don't even put the names of the people who won the primaries. Just put questions. And then the candidate who best matches the answers of the general public, they're elected. Done deal. You get rid of tribalism that way. Vote on the issues. Can't have that. The founding fathers hated, they detested democracy because it was mob rule. And they said the average person wasn't up to the job. And they don't have skin in the game. I've discussed this before on my show. People have this misconception. Oh, only white males could vote. Bullshit. Plenty of females voted. It wasn't as prominent because it was mostly they were looking at families. So the head of the household voted, and they had to own property. They had to have skin in the game. It's that simple. If the husband died, left everything to his wife, which happened, guess who got to vote? The woman. It didn't have to be codified in law. That's just the way it was. Same way with ethnicity. No, it wasn't. Oh, you're not white, so you can't vote. What? Do you own property? You a free person? Okay. There you go. You a man? That was a man. But if you were a woman, yeah, again, it wasn't forbidden. A lot of places allowed the females to vote, but it had criteria. Universal suffrage is suffering for all. You get that? Universal suffrage. Suffrage is the right to vote. is suffering for all. That's how you get foreign communist agitators, jihadist supporting Muslims elected as the mayor of New York. And yes, he's foreign. I don't call him an American. He's foreign. He's got dual allegiance to his home country, which sadly, did you know back in the 80s there was mostly in New York, it was natural born people was like 80%, some shit like that in New York City. And now it's like almost 50-50. Foreigners versus native borns. And when I mean native borns, I'm not talking about second generation immigrants. I'm talking about people who have, their family is from here. Their family is from here. Yeah, Fred says, I like Starship Trooper solution. That's right. Service guarantees citizenship. Yeah. So New York is no longer an American city. Just like London and several other cities in Europe are not cities of that nation. Once the immigrant population, legal and or otherwise, outnumbers actual people of that nation, it's no longer a city of that nation. So I go, oh yeah, New York is a city of immigrants. That's right. That's right, it is, which means it's not a U.S. city anymore. Laurel says, watch the mass exodus. Oh, I'm sure there's going to be, I posted up about it. There's industry leaders in there that are pulling their business out anyways. It's like, yeah, no. Mandami won because there is a large enough other than white American population in New York City that he can pull them all in together and win the plurality of votes. That's why democracy sucks. Because these aren't Americans. Most of the people that voted for Mandami are not Americans. Oh, but they're citizens. They're not fucking Americans. They're not Americans. Now, here you go. You've been in the United States for 20 years, okay? But you're still pining over your Middle Eastern country of origin, and you claim yourself as one of them as well. You're not an American. You're not an American. He went out of his way in his speech, his yay, I won, here you go, of calling out different types of ethnic immigrant people. Didn't once mention just your run-of-the-mill Bob, the white janitor. You know, he didn't mention anything like that. It was a coalition of foreigners, and that's what they are. They have taken over, and they are in no way trying to assimilate. No way. How many fucking languages are spoken in New York? Anybody know off the top of your head? I think $800, yeah. An estimated 800 are spoken in. That's fucking the Tower of Babel. How the hell can you have a cohesive community and a shared identity with 800 languages? That's insane. That's not American. That's Babel. the school system, I think they have over 50. Yeah, over 180 languages. In their public schools, they speak over 180 languages. How the hell? No. Allie says, correct me if I'm wrong. Most of the things he wants to implement can't be done. He's only a mayor, but he's acting like a governor or king. Okay, yeah. A good many of them that's the case. Some he can do. But as a mayor, he also can implement and he can appoint things. He can work with coalitions and get done what he wants to do. The most important thing on that whole thing is everything that he says that he wants to do has already been tried. Every single one of them. And they've failed. It's not even whether he can do it. I say go ahead and fucking do it. I sit back. I posted about it today on my Facebook page. Sit back, have at it. I got the popcorn. Just make the people live there. You can't leave. You can't leave. Oh, well, what about those people that voted against him? That's what democracy is. How do you like that? Huh? How do you like that? Somebody says it's not fair. Yeah. That's democracy. How do you like that? It's why our nation isn't a democracy. But like I've said before, if the Constitution was followed and enforced, it wouldn't matter who was elected. Wouldn't matter who it was for any position. Wouldn't matter. It's like baseball or basketball or football. If the rules are the rules and you enforce that, they can only legally do certain things. So then it doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't matter what they want to do. They can't do it. If they try to do it, boom, you get kicked out of office. And I say kicked out of office and put in prison. But that's just the way I look at things. But yeah, everything that he has tried, rent freezes, doesn't work. Makes things worse. Increasing minimum wage, yeah, good luck. You've just increased the price of everything. The money's got to be made somewhere. You can't arbitrarily go, well, let's do $30 an hour for minimum wage. It's got to come from somewhere. And people get paid by what businesses make. And if the businesses have to pay them, they've got to make more, prices go up. This is economics 101. Economics 101. Free transportation, been tried. It ain't free. It usually costs a shit ton more, and you get fucking homeless people that are living on public transportation because it's free. I could go over every single thing that he has thought. He even on his website was talking about taxing predominantly white neighborhoods higher. This isn't hyperbole on my part. It was on his website. Those words. If your neighborhood has more white people in it, you're going to get taxed higher. How the fuck is that going to work? Yeah. But they hire this foreigner. My only real regret and disappointment in this last election cycle that happened this week is the fact that I Am the Captain Now was not elected the mayor of Minneapolis. Wasn't that where he was gonna do? Wasn't that Minneapolis? Yeah. The current mayor, who's also a Democrat, he won. They had a rank voting. What the hell is that? That's some horse shit. There should be no ranked choice voting. That is the most retarded voting system ever. Stop it. Pick your candidate and cast your vote for it, period. But I was hoping that Omar Fattah I was hoping he was going to get elected. I really was. Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine? That would have been a shit show and a half. Holy crap. I was looking forward to that. It's like, please tell me they've lost their fucking mind so much that they're going to elect this this Somali pirate to as the mayor. God. But sadly, we didn't get that. It's not, it wasn't in the cards. Here's another thing I said that I was going to mention on the show, and it comes up with the this Mandami and his types and the revolutionaries throughout history. The vast majority of revolutions and revolutionaries, their figureheads were not of the people. They weren't. They were from the middle class to upper class. Now somebody tried to go, they were showing the door, but they're like, back in history, they didn't have any concept of middle class. It's like, shut the fuck up. We all know what middle class is. Middle class would be, if they didn't have middle class, it was like the lowest rung of gentry. It's like, so we know what middle class is, even if they didn't technically have it. And he was going, oh, do you know about this and this? Look, yes, there have been some revolutions in world history that were started by the people, but most of them, the figurehead, even let's take Adolf Hitler. Okay. He was sort of a man of the people, sort of. But he wasn't the one that was running shit when it started. He was used. He was a puppet. And I said this, if it looks like there was a man of the people that was the figurehead and they were doing shit, chances are, they were picked and they were pushed by a bunch of other people that were middle class to upper class to achieve their goals, which had nothing. Gus said Fidel Castro. He was a real turd muncher. Man of the people. Now, a lot of times, if it seems like a common man, they could gain control and then be the one in control. But generally, they're not the ones that are starting it. Mandami is definitely middle class. Come from a well-to-do family in shithole Africa. Boy, that's a dark continent right there. Came to the States fraudulently. Good schools, good education, easy living, rich parents. It's like, he ain't a man of the people. He ain't done a lick of work his entire life. But he's a revolutionary, and he's going to be out there and unite everybody. No. He's a grifter. See, because most of the time the people are too busy fucking working. Remember what I said about people with time on their hands? The agitators, the people that are out advocating certain things. You have to have time. Well, if you're working, you don't have time. So beware the revolutionaries. Oh, there was a case, and I posted up about it, where there was a revolutionary uprising, and they didn't try to hide the fact that they weren't of the people. Our founding fathers in the United States, in the colonies, before the Revolutionary War, Gus says, paid protesters. Bingo. That is their job. But you know what I'm saying? They don't have a standard job. Yeah, our founding fathers were not of the people. They were the gentry. Good on them. And they never tried to be anything other than. They're like, yeah, we should lead you because we know what the fuck we're doing. They also set up they set up our system of government that didn't have universal suffrage because they said only people who know what the hell they're doing should be able to vote. So they never hid the fact that they were, quote unquote, better than the common man. They were. Thank God. Thank God. That's like, I don't want the common man in government. I want better than the common man. The common man. Do you want the common man doing surgery on you? I sure as hell don't. I want the best man. I want above average. But when it comes to politics, they're electing retards. Yeah, I like that word. They're electing complete buffoons that don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. That's like, I don't care if the guy is rich. Good. Hire somebody that's rich. Chances are they've got time to do the job. Chances are they've been successful in life. Good. Doesn't bother me. Their wealth doesn't bother me. Oh, he's educated. Good. All the better. I don't care. I don't want Bob the janitor running my town. Unless he's a savant, unless he's just, something that, and most people, they settle into the jobs that they do. That's where they are. It's not good. It's not bad. It just is. It just is. I want the best. Gus says, I knew that word would come out tonight. I tell you, I'm not going to give it up. And the fact that everybody tries to push shit out just makes me want to use it more. It's whatever. But yeah, you should want the best. You want somebody working on your car? Do you want Frederico that owns a pair of Craftsman wrenches, but he hadn't even worked on a lawnmower? Or do you want somebody that actually knows how to do some shit? Since when has politics just gone, well, fuck it? Yeah, he says the right thing. He's on the right team. Peggy says, hey there. The populace has gotten lazy and will vote for anyone who gives them freebies. Right. That's why, no, democracy doesn't work. Allie says, I love the Whiskey Cowboy's colorful vocabulary. I really enjoy it. Well, thank you. No, I can wax poetic. You want to compare brain pans? Go read some of my articles. But, I don't have to use $5 words all the time. A good 5-cent doozy is good every now and again. Gets the point out. Hey, Renato, welcome to the show. He says, just working here with the computer on the desk at the side. Well, hopefully you get the job done. Hopefully it's going good. You tuned in to hear me ranting a bit. Oh, Allie. Allie and Jim would have liked some of the barn burner shows that I had before I took my break. Like I said, if I ever start the show and I go, I'm in a mood, hang on. Hang on. She's going to be bumpy. So yeah, like I said, you probably heard some things tonight from me that don't jibe with what a lot of the other conservative commentators are saying out there. Because I look at things differently. I look at the big picture, and I don't get worked up over temporary buzz. It's just temporary buzz. That's like I said. I had posted the other day on my Facebook page. I said, look, This whole government shutdown thing, it's not going to change any votes in any meaningful way. People don't care about that. Do you think that the shutdown affected any of the races that were just voted on? No, because they're local races. Do you think it's going to matter at midterms? It's going to be done past. All it is political theater. Nobody gives a shit. Political commentators in general and people who make their money getting people riled up, which I don't. I tell people all the time, if you got a question about it, ask me. I'll tell you, should you get worried about it or should you not get worried about it? And those who follow my content, knows I'm seldom wrong on it. I can't remember. I was wrong this last month on something. What I was wrong about is that the New Hampshire Supreme Court justice who pled nolo, but not that term's the same thing, no contest, to the charges against her. So therefore she was convicted. She had to pay a fine and shit like that. I said there's no way they're going to allow her back on the bench. And they did. So I was wrong. But the reason they did is she's out at the end of the year. The governor she's done with her term because they only serve so many years. And she was going to be replaced anyways. So, Renato says, I make motorcycle brake lines and command cables in special lengths. Work alone. Gus says, and I enjoy feeding John's lot. You enjoy feeding my lot? I don't get it. You're going to have to clarify that one, Gus. Renata goes about New York. Be careful what you wish for. You might get it. Oh, and I hope they get it hard. Get it fast and hard. And then they got to stay there. No safe words. You don't get no safe words in New York City. You voted this piece of shit in. He's yours. Have at it. Have a good time. I hate to say this, but remember the old saying, this bud's for you? Well, there you go. Have at it. God, I remember those days. That used to be this bud's for you. That's classic Americana before they crapped all over themselves. And I was a bud drinker, and I ain't had one since. Change up my coffee. Again, tonight's coffee is hazelnut cream from New England brand coffee. Yeah. Yeah. These places got it coming. Like I said, man, I wish they had elected that Somali pirate there in Minneapolis. Boy, that would have been a good show. That's better than Mandami, because while Mandami is a smarmy fucker, he's not quite as stupid as the Somali guy. The Somali guy is really stupid. In short, he was just running on being fucking Somali. Like, as a socialist and as a Somali. Yeah, vote for me because I'm one of you. Well, yeah. Gus says, when in the mood, I try my best to feed you. We laugh a lot. Oh, you mean you stir the pot. You just throw some shit out there to get me going. I know what you do there, Gus. I know what you do. I seen it. So yeah, you heard some different views on the same topics that you've heard elsewhere out there, and you're probably not going to hear most of them say what I said. This election right here this week is all about nothing. It was not surprising. There was no blue wave. It's not an indicator of what's going to happen in the midterms. Nothing. Same way as this the government shutdown. Doesn't affect anything. It was a political game that was played by the Democrats, and they did so stupidly. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to change any votes meaningfully for the reasons that I gave the last time. Oh, here's another thing I said I was going to talk about. It involves revolutionaries. And you go, John, you didn't say you were going to talk about it. I said it on my Facebook page. I told the gal that I'd mention it. She was all I think it was a she. I don't know. Could have been a he. The individual was all worked up. They couldn't figure out why people are so stupid. That they fall for these revolutionary figures time and time again when the ends are always the same. I'm paraphrasing. And these revolutionary figures claim to be working on behalf of the population, but really they're working for themselves. And they were wondering why. And the only thing they could figure out is people are stupid. It's like, yes, people are stupid, but the situation is more complex than that. It comes down to human nature. And y'all know me, I am a scholar of the human condition. I have spent my lifetime studying the human condition. It comes in handy. Humans are a miraculous species. We are capable of so many grand things. We're capable of so much charity and generosity and the seeking of knowledge and advancement. We're amazing. But we're also fucking stupid and lazy. Okay? We're also stupid and lazy. The amount of people that actually rise above and go out and try to make things better, to advance, are a small fraction of humanity. Very small. Very, very small. The numbers would simply astonish you. They're so small. And everybody else benefits from this very small group of people. Humans are also lazy, which can be a good thing. All of our technical advances come from laziness. If we can do it easier, faster, we're going to do it. That's where all tools come in. Easier, faster. Time is money, so it's cost less. That's also a wonderful thing. But that laziness continues on from there. The average person will do the least amount of work that they can do to be in the comfortable lifestyle that they're in, and then they will adapt to that. That's why welfare people, they get on it and they might bitch, piss, and moan, but hey, I'm getting free shit and I'm not doing anything. They learn to be happy at that level. Like, somebody else is paying for it. It's laziness. The human species is also one of jealousy and grievance. You don't want to work. You don't want to bust your ass to get ahead. But Bob down the street busts his ass, and you see his new car. And he just had a new roof put on his house, and he had some landscaping done, and he's has his buddies over and he's barbecuing all the time, and it's great. It's like, oh, that fucker. Yeah, but he's working 40 to 60 hours a week, and he's busting his hump, and he's managing his finances, and he's doing all this shit. So, he didn't win the fucking lottery. It's like, you know me. I don't have that envy. I don't have that envy. Somebody's doing good. Good on you. Hey, you earned it. You deserved it. Go for it. Even if you won the lottery, good on you. You bought the ticket, right? You made the choice and you bought the ticket. As long as it was your money that you worked for. Now, if you were on welfare and you bought a lottery ticket with somebody else's fucking money, or money that you wouldn't have because you would have had to spend it on your bills, yeah, no. I ain't playing that shit. If you're a hardworking person, or even not even a hardworking person, you're a working person. It's your money. You went and you put the money down, you won, good on you. Hey, have at it. I don't have jealousy. I just don't like unearned shit. Or people that get stuff that they didn't deserve and they got it nefariously. That shit pisses me off. But general stuff, hey. Good on you. Good on you. Because I would hope, although it's not the case, when good fortune smiles on me, and it doesn't happen often, I bust my ass for every dime I get. Speaking of that, if folks like my content, there's a link in the description of the show. Helps keep all the content up. I do this full time, not talk on the interwebs here, but I do commentary full time. Go over to my Facebook page. Go ahead and read the articles, read the commentary that I put up there. You think it's of value? Feel free to make a single donation or a monthly donation. It all helps. Not many folks do. But, yeah. So if I get, I don't know. I got my truck. I bust my ass for my truck. Folks know I've been wanting a truck for 20 years. It's been over 20 years since I had my last one. And then budgets weren't in line, had other priorities. Well, when you have 50,000 kids, a truck isn't a handy. You get a minivan. Get a minivan or an SUV. So I finally got my truck again. So I got my truck. I love my truck. I hope people are happy that I have a truck. It is the way it is. Oh, Jesus. And vehicles are expensive. I'm bringing in Zippy. Zippy's our little SUV. My youngest, the one that got married the other day. She's doing fine. She's happy. I'm going down to Tire Warehouse and Zippy's getting new shoes. Holy shit. Putting 4 new shoes on her. Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah, it needs to be done. Oh, goodness. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not out there living high on the hog. I don't throw my wealth around because I don't have a lot of wealth. Most people think I have more than I have. Well, okay, fine. That's fine. That's fine. But, hey, if you're doing good, I'm happy for you. But the average human isn't. They're greedy, selfish, and lazy. So when these revolutionaries come around and they promise them pie in the sky and they're going to help get back at these other people that they think are keeping them down, they don't like what they're doing. Well, there you go. So it's not just that people are stupid. Laurel says, wait until you need tires for the truck. Ouch. Yeah, no, I get it. I'm lucky, though, because I got 4 brand new ones. I got 4 brand new ones on the truck. Gus says, you were wearing them out on all those curvy roads. No. And remember, the little one's been having my SUV since, since I bought the truck. So she's had the truck. She's had Zippy since spring. So she's had Zippy all year. But yeah, I like driving the twisties. New Hampshire's got a lot of good twisty roads. Although I like driving the dirt roads too. The missus ain't too keen on it, but I don't mind. And the truck handles it really good. But this last weekend, it's like, no, every time we had to turn around several times, it's like, oh, shit, pavement ends. No. Turn around, go back. Well, because I had work that had to be done on the truck and I didn't want to wash it again. I don't mind the truck being a little dirty. I don't like it being a dirty truck. And there's a difference. She's not a dirty truck. She's not totally clean right now, but she ain't a dirty truck. And she's black. So so like no, if I didn't have work that had to be done on the truck, I didn't I wouldn't. Oh, goodness. I also, let's see here. Oh, it's idled out. It's doing it. It should not idle me out of my meeting. I paid for the business one. I pay $180 a year for that freaking business service on Zoom. And change. It should not idle me out. Well, nobody's come in yet. And Gus, if you want to join the Zoom room, you just let me know and I'll just restart it for you. But what was I talking about? What was I talking about? Dirty trucks. Dirty trucks. And driving. Whatever. It's not important. Damn Zoom meeting just popped up on the whole screen. I'm running 2 screens here, and it just popped up over damn near. You're idled out, then shut down. Don't do that. No, just leave it running. What do they matter? I'm paying for it. Yep. Okay. So what was that? And yeah, so it's not just as simple as people being stupid. There's other things, and some of those things have actually helped people. Being greedy and selfish is a survival mechanism. I've said this. I've said the same thing about tribalism. Tribalism is good. Tribalism's good, but only to a point. Being afeared of the other is good. Only to a point. Threat assessment, instant is good. Why do you think people don't like spiders and snakes? Do you know that's genetically encoded in us? Well, because there's poisonous spiders and snakes. Excuse me. So your first instinct is to not like them. I mean, we're huge. We're big. Why do you think people cringe? Why do you think the vast majority of people, doesn't matter what the bug is, they cringe at it? It's encoded because there's poisonous things out there. So that's the first thing. It makes you aware, then go from there. Then figure out whether it is a poisonous snake or whether it is a poisonous. In the same way with people. Pattern recognition. Pattern recognition isn't racism. You think it is, you're a moron. I used a different word. You're a moron. Pattern recognition is not racism. No more so that if you see somebody coming up and they're dressed like a fireman, you might think they're a fireman. They might not be. What are the odds? You see someone coming up the street, they look like a police officer. Well, they might be a police officer. I'd recommend in these situations, your first instinct would be go, okay, and then assess. But okay, you're aware. Somebody walks up the street, they look like a whore. Well, they just might be. And if they're not, why do you want to look like a whore? Same way with thugs. If you look like a thug, talk like a thug, act like a thug, and then claim you're not a thug, then why are you doing that? And here you go, and it's, that's racist. Well, because you call black people thugs? Does anybody here know where the term thug comes from? It ain't from Africa. It comes from India. It's the Thuggies. They were a group of, Laurel says I don't. They were a group of bandits. They were like the mob, but they were like bandits, roaming bandits. They're called the Thuggies. That's where the term thug comes from. Same like with slave. Slave is just a derivative of Slavic. That's because they were slaves. The Slavs. But thugs, yeah, it comes from India. Not Africa. So you want to act like a thug, you want to look like a thug, and guess what? Other people of your exact ethnicity. It doesn't matter if you look like a thug and you're white people are going to shy away from you. If you're black and you're not looking like a thug and you're not a thug and you see a bunch of other black people that look like thugs, you're going to shy away from them too. It's not racism, it's pattern recognition. It's pattern recognition. And I refuse to play their games and to claim it's anything other than that. And here you go. I'm going to use the hard R. There's black people and there's niggers. Yep. Heard it here. Heard it here. I'll say it again just in case of anybody out there. And go ahead, YouTube can get all mad at me, whatever. I don't care. There are black people and there's niggers. They ain't the same thing. The same way as there are white folks and there's white trash. And then there's ghetto rats, and they can be anybody. Every ethnicity has their lowlifes. There's hillbillies, and hillbillies ain't by default bad. They're just usually not well educated, backwoods, simple-minded folk. Or hillbillies. Not to be confused with the redneck. Rednecks aren't hillbillies. Both, however, are white. Rednecks are not hillbillies. They may share some commonality. But redneck comes from hard-working farm folk who would come in after a long day at work and the back of their necks would be red because that's where the sun hit them. And they're rednecks. And then you got trailer park trash. It goes without saying. Doesn't mean that everybody that lives in a trailer park is trash. No. But the trash is. So, yeah, I don't play their games. I don't play their games. I shoot straight. I say it the way it is. And if folks don't like them, well, pick another flavor. This is the Whiskey Cowboy. And some evenings, sometimes, I'm just a mild pour. I'm, an 84 proof, mild. And then other times I'm a spicy barrel proof. There you have it. But I'm still the Whiskey Cowboy. It is what it is. And I give everybody a fair shake. Everybody. But it doesn't take me long to assess the situation. Yeah, I can tell if you're blowing smoke up my ass. And I'm not going to do the same to you. That's another thing. Hey, you all know me. Every standard that I put out there, I don't have double standards. Standards for you and then standards for me. Everything that I say that everybody else should do, I do. I do. I'm about the fairest guy you're ever going to come across. To a fault. To a fault. The missus will tell you that. To a fault. She's much less. She has much less grace than I do. Laura says truth. Yeah, damn right it's the truth. Yeah. Is what it is. Yeah. The missus, she's a firecracker. She is a firecracker. So, yeah. So I get people go on my Facebook page and they see one post and they think they got me pegged. It's like, yeah, you don't know shit. Think again. Think again. Think again. Oh, did y'all see that? You see that jackwagon the other day, or was it today? He had I posted up things. Let me pull this up. I was hoping I'd get more participation in that. Let's see here. Here we go. I wrote, the following phrase really annoys me. Okay, the following phrase really annoys me. And then I quoted, feeling some type of way. Oh, I hate that. That just, and it tends to come from one demographic, and it really annoys the hell out of me. Feeling some kind of way. Well, we always feel some kind of way. Indifferent, angry, annoyed. Feeling some kind of way. Just fucking say it. It takes less time and less words to actually say how you feel than feeling some kind of way. Well, you're some kind of idiot. But whatever. So I had folks write up, tell me what phrase or word just annoys the crap out of them. And I'm going to try to find this guy's comment. Oh, my goodness. Oh, goodness. Laurel hates Prawley. I hate that too. Prawley. Probably. Yeah. Prawley. Prawley. Like a praline or something like that. It's like, stop it. That's stupid. Okay, let's try to find this guy's post. Just, oh, here we go. Here we go. Peter, bless his heart. Peter writes, the following phrase, you probably meant this phrase. Right, Lowell says, and they actually spell it that way too. Yeah, like minus well. You know a minus well? That's, I guess, every well's a minus well. You pull stuff out of it, it gets lower. Minus well. You mean might as well. Yes, minus well. Stop it. Okay, so Peter, bless his heart. The following phrase, you probably mean this phrase. I wrote, both are correct, but I mean what I say. Cheers. It's like I probably mean? No, I say what I mean. I say what I mean. There's nothing wrong with the following phrase. You can write the phrase and then do annoys me, or you can go, the following phrase annoys me, and then whatever follows, that's the phrase. They're both grammatically correct. You all know me. I'm anal about grammar. I sometimes I add flavor to it, but I understand what's proper and not. Same way with punctuation. I craft what I put out there specifically to do what I want it to do. I'm a wordsmith. So yes, to presume that I probably meant something else. Wrong man, dude. Wrong man. I saw it. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Bless your heart, Peter. Bless your heart. No. But that was that. Made me laugh. It was good. I left it up there. I still shove a lot of people to the door, though. I got no time for it. No time nor patience for my content isn't for everybody. It's not. It's not for everybody on our social and political side either. It's not. It's not. Gus says, hey, he was trying. Try harder. Try harder. Oh my goodness. I just don't have the time and patience for it. Yeah, I posted. I love my Star Trek memes. The kitchen staff threw out all my pasta. Now I'm penniless. God, I love, yeah, penniless. Carl. Gus says he was C plus. Yeah, bless his heart. Bless his heart. Anyone thinking I might have, you need to choose your words more carefully. The only people who chose their words more carefully than me were the crafters of the Declaration or not the Declaration, but the crafters of the Constitution. They argued over punctuation. That's how specific. They knew shit would get fucked up. I'm not quite that anal, but I'm close to it. So yeah, I meant what I said. That's a damn good reason for it. Yep. Oh, another thing Mandami wants to do, because I was scrolling, his picture came up, is he wants to implement government supermarkets again. Excuse me. They have never worked. Government-run supermarkets have never worked. They have been an abject, coffee failure. Oh. He's just regurgitating socialist and communist talking points and they're gobbling it up like greedy little piggies. Greedy little piggies. They're stupid. They're idiots. Oh, what you gonna do? Keep that shit to where it is. Don't bring it here. Don't bring it here. Laurel says, and those city-run stores won't sell alcohol, cigarettes, or lottery tickets. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. You posted it up on Instagram. That was, I'm pretty sure that you understand that was not really what he said, right? It's going around. Somebody posted on my page too, and I said, yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, he doesn't have the ability to do that. But yeah, I'd imagine he'd like to if he could. Laurel says, yes, I knew. It was just funny as hell. Yeah, it's like it's like all the Babylon Bee stuff. It was funny because it was so close to truth that it's like, is this real or not? Scary. So, and the funny thing about that is usually within 6 months, it became reality. It was a joke when they said it, but then it became reality. Oh, I mean, because you can't make this shit up. Oh, it's so predictable. I just had to comment. I didn't comment on your Instagram thing because it's not my place. But when it was posted on mine, I pointed it out. And the reason I pointed it out is, there's still idiots out there that think that anything that fits their bias is real. If they saw it, it's got to be real. There's like several websites that are spoof sites on conservatism, and they're just spoof sites. It's all fake. And their shit gets passed around time and time and time again. So that's why I tell stupidity and people falling for their bias is not just a left-wing thing. People on the right do it all the time. So I try to point it out when it's done. And that's why if I post something up, I've done my due diligence because I hate being wrong. I check it out. It's like, no. Because my credibility means something to me. And that's the thing, most of the people that run pages or do the commentary, yeah, they say their credibility matters to it doesn't. Because they know people have a 5-second attention span. My credibility matters. Because it's all I got. I don't even have good looks. The missus would like to argue with that, though. It's like, no. You're half blind anyways, woman. Bless her heart. She's a good gal. Hey, Laurel, you gotta answer something for me. You might have heard it in one of the other shows. You weren't involved. You weren't on the show, but I mentioned you and I mentioned the missus and how you had told me, on the shows and stuff like that. Hey, give the missus a hug. Okay, you remember saying that? Now I just thought it was like, okay, well, I'm going to anyways because yeah, it's from me. Now, she thought you meant for you. Give the missus a hug for you. Okay? Now, I thought it was just, okay, I'll just, because when I say it, when I tell my kids, give the grandkids a hug, I don't just say give them a hug. I say give the grandkids a hug from Grammy and Grandpa. I always say that. But yeah, I don't leave anything to chance. So she goes, tell Laurel I'm giving her a hug back. And I'm like, well, that's fucking weird since I'm the one that gave the hug. Laurel says, for both of you, I expect that the hug will be mutual and she deserves one. Oh, she does. No, she does. So that's what I thought it was just like, okay, me give her a hug. She thought it was you were giving her a hug vicariously through me. Was that the case? Because she said, well, tell Laurel that I'm hugging her back. Again, guys, we don't do this. Okay, yes, what? She says yes. Which one was it? You giving her a hug via me, or just me give her a hug because she deserves a hug? Yes doesn't cut it. It doesn't tell me anything. It didn't clarify. Via you. Oh, okay. So she was right. See, you gals are weird. I say what I say. I leave nothing to. So okay. So there you go. She has told me to tell you. Hugs back. It's like there's very few people out there who know what my wife looks like. Allie says, yes, we are weird. Thank you. Yeah, bless you. Bless you. It's the variety of spice. And there's very few people out there. Gus knows. See, Gus and Sally grew up with my wife. So they all went to school together. But Laurel is one of the few people online that actually knows what the missus looks like. How do you like them apples? Laurel says she is beautiful. Yeah, she ain't hard on the eyes. I think Laurel said, that's how I thought she would look. I see her every day, so. And she puts up with me, so that's good. She puts on her fancy duds and we go for a drive. It's like, oh, it's like being on a date. Being on a date. But, yeah. She is purposely excluded from my online shenanigans. She cannot get involved. No. She wants to at times. She's like, you have no idea. I said, no, I know. But no. Nope. This is my thing. I don't get involved in her work. She doesn't get involved in mine. Plus, the internet is a horrible place, and I ain't having any of it. I don't need to be shooting people. Oh, goodness. I bet she's a good gal. So, no, she does. Just no, not no, as in N-O. No, as in K-N-O. W-W-W-E. Know-we. Know you this. That she listens to the show the next morning. Laurel says she doesn't need to be the target of trolls. Correctamundo. And she doesn't need to go back and forth. She just no. Gus says, I just typed and it didn't show up. I never said anything bad. Yes, you did. Allie says, damn, you and Jim are so much alike. Oh. Old school, I guess. Old school. I don't play new school games. The missus gets me in enough trouble when we're out in public anyways. Not really. Sometimes I thought it'd be close. She doesn't have a poker face. So if you're being retarded, she gonna let you know by her face. Oh goodness. Boy. She just ain't no hiding her feelings or her thoughts. It's just an open book right there. And I'm like, oh, you're gonna make me have to shoot somebody. Oh goodness. And she says, people like to talk to us when we're out. It's like, no, people like to talk to me. The missus doesn't talk to very many people. People like to talk to me. Excuse me, I'm a very friendly guy. Gus says she does have the look. She does. She doesn't hide anything. She's happy. You see she's happy. If she's sad, you can see there's no guessing. If she thinks you're a retard, there you go. Like that, like, what the fuck are you saying? Laurel says she's like me, not saying a word, but the subtitles, yeah. Allie goes, you just got Jim to laugh out loud with the comment about your wife and her non-poker face. Well, it's true. Bless her heart. But it's like, holy shit. You know, some women, you see it online where you watch an interaction and the woman's loud and she's just like, man, she going to get her husband beat the fuck up. Because he's not controlling her. She needs to stop that shit. The missus doesn't say a word. She does. She's not one of those. She doesn't say a word. But if you look at her, well, it's going to take quite a few guys to beat me up, though. Goodness gracious. Okay, still doing good on time. But yeah, she's a good woman, but she don't hide shit. And then here's a tip about me. If I talk to you, you're okay. Even if I disagree with you, if I talk to you, you're okay. If I don't talk to you, well, there you go. Gus says John will hear her laughing in the morning. We'll know exactly why. Yeah, I'll be having my coffee and my muffin or something, and she'll be in her office. She'll just start laughing. Oh, I can guess what part of the show she got. Laurel says very true. But yeah, I don't waste my time with people I don't like. I just don't talk to you. If I'm just there and you're just talking away and I'm and I'll be polite. I'll look at you. But if I'm not contributing, Yeah. Goodness gracious. Yeah. And if I give you shit, you're okay. You're okay. If I'm fucking with you, okay. And if I mess with you routinely and then suddenly I'm not, ask yourself what you might have done. Cuz I got to get a jab in at least once in the encounter. You know, that's just like the guys in the service, you know, if you're Marine or Air Force or Army, whatever, and you see somebody from another branch and you don't fuck with them, that's kind of insulting. What do you mean? You don't care enough about me to rib me for being in a different branch? You asshole. Allie says, I'm starting to do that at work now. Just give looks that usually and just shake my head. Yeah, you just don't interact. Mm-mm. Not worth the time. You do not want to hear my internal dialogue. I told that to the missus. It was I think it was last week. I got I have a dark sense of humor. Been through a bunch of shit in my years. And I have inner demons that I do my best to control, and that's fine. I do a good job most of the time. But like I told her, I said, the world is not ready to hear my inner dialogue. It's just not. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. If you see something's wrong, and she'll usually do that. She'll see that something's wrong, and I'm not saying anything. She doesn't ask me. Usually a couple days later, I'm not doing well. I'm going through some things, and she goes, I could tell, and that's good. You don't want to hear my inner dialogue. Laurel says, thank God every day that we don't have thought bubbles above our heads. Oh, Lord Almighty. Yep. Yeah. Because you know what I'm willing to say. I ain't too shy. Jim just said, don't argue with stupidity. Blah, 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 blah. Don't argue with stupid. They will beat you down and win with experience. Yeah. It's like online. It's like I will go back and forth sometimes if I think there's value to the general public, but most of the time I don't waste my time. You come to my page and post bullshit. Number one, who the fuck are you? And number two is, dude, I'm not going to waste my time with you. It's the Whiskey Cowboys page. It's not a Joe Q public page. Like, no. I don't have to defend myself or argue against you. You don't agree with what I'm saying? Fine. Fine. Win with a big smile. Yeah, well, Gus, you know me. Half the time when I'm smiling, I look pissed off. So I have to smile really big, really, really big. And I'm not a big smiler. You gotta watch my eyes. Look at my eyes and you'll tell if I'm smiling or not. But, yeah, I don't have the time nor patience anymore. Gone. Show them to the door. That's why my page is so clean. It's like, ooh. There's not all the crap that I see on every other page. Right. Right. It allows people of like mind. Oh, it's an echo chamber. Good. Good. As long as it's echoing what I think, I'm fine by it. I'm not a big proponent of everything's got to be a debate and opposing view. Nah, I don't care. I post stuff out there, and then people can take the way that I word it and the information that I get, and they can use it any way they want to. Gives them, it's like, because most of the people are like, oh, that's exactly what I thought. I just couldn't put it in words. Well, there you go. Or, oh, I didn't look at it that way. There you go. That's what I do. I may have a lot more followers if I just let shit pile up, but You can't sift through it. You just can't. It stinks up the place. Stinks up the place. Won't have it. Which is another reason why I tell people it is crucial that don't make me try to rely on what Facebook gives me, because they don't give me shit. I showed that on the last show. People wouldn't work a week. Not even close. They probably wouldn't work 2 days what Facebook gives me a month. So, don't make me rely on it. Yep. What else did we miss? What else did we miss? We get most of the issues in. I've been busting my ass, so I haven't got to. I told Laurel and I told the folks on the last show that I was going to look into the legalities of just sending in troops to Nigeria. Wasn't it Nigeria? I think it's Nigeria, where they're killing the Christians. Well, the problem is they've always been fucking killing the Christians. God, that continent. Don't get that fucking godforsaken continent. It is lost. It's always been lost. Oh, they used to be the hub of the world. Yeah, Timbuktu, that's Northern Africa. And that was for a spark of a moment. That's it. The rest of it, they had no flourishing, huge cities and civilization. No. Nothing that even came close to what was in Central and South America. It's always been a shithole. It is what it is. Laurel says religious and spiritual wars are never ending. Right. Africa, in that case, it's worse than the Middle East in a lot of situations. And then we're sending billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars there to that's just one country. It's like if they pulled all the money, the billions of dollars that we send every year to these shitholes, and we've been doing so for 50, 60, 80 years, and they still can't get fucking well water? Are you kidding me? You can't get fresh water. This is 2025. If you send $1 billion 1 year to one frickin' third world country, they should at least know how to get fucking water. But that's the way they live their lives. I was researching other topics about that, and from what I understand is most Africans do not have the concept of the future. That's why they don't keep things in repair. They don't think about the future. The future is now. It's whatever's now. Tomorrow comes later. They don't do maintenance. They don't think like that. They are Stone Age mentality. They don't have to be, but they are. It is what it is. So if you keep sending food and aid every freaking year and they can't get their shit straight, stop sending food and aid. You're not helping them. Obviously, they're not rising above. They're still living in the Stone Ages. Let them live that way. When they get tired of it, they'll do something or not, whatever. But it's not worth our resources. And that's not me being unchristianly. It's not a never-ending spigot. You tried to help them, it didn't work. Done. That's the same way with welfare in the United States. I'm all for giving people a hand up. They had one Arabic lady. She had been in the United States and a citizen for 20 years, and that full 20 years she was on food stamps. What the fuck? Welfare should not be a career. That's another reason why I say it shouldn't be handled by the government. That's not government's job. Oh, but Christ said, yeah, Christ never said the government's going to do this. Christ said, you do this. You do this. Not the government. You do it. And many of us do it. And our taxpayers' money is doing it too. And there's food banks. And there's, look, put it back into the private sector. Conservative Christians are by far, and it's been proven time again, conservative Christians, aside from their tax money, are the most generous and most giving people in the United States. And when it comes to people worldwide, the United States is the most generous nation. The people, not the government, the people are the most generous to other places. Government should not be involved. It buys votes, and it creates a situation where people live that way their entire lives. It's not a momentary thing. Bob lost his job. Okay, couple months, we'll get him on his feet, get a new job, and that's fine. No, it doesn't work like that. Gus says, the last church I went to gave money to dillweeds, or to do, oh, gave money to dillweeds. No, that's not what he said at all, folks. The last church I went to gave money to drill wells for years, and every time, as soon as they got one done, the rival tribe poisoned the well. Come on, what the fuck? Yeah, happens. And then the same way as Mr. Beast went out, and he went out to all sorts of, I forget how many, was it 50 wells or some shit like that he put in? It's like, let them die. Let them starve. That's why South Africa, they're going to starve because they're pulling the same shit that Rhodesia pulled. Is they took all the farms away from the white farmers and gave it back to the indigenous folks. And they starved. They starved because they didn't know how to do the farming. They didn't care to do the farming. Let them starve. We're not responsible for everything. Help your family. See, that's another thing that the Democrats wanted. Break up the family. Used to be family was everything. Break up the family. Break up the church, break up the family. Make government Big Daddy G and lowercase God. The new religion. Stop it. Stop it. Civil rights era? Civil rights era has done. I'm not saying that people shouldn't have civil rights. What I'm saying is the civil rights movement harmed more people than were harmed before the civil rights movement. Minority families, to include blacks, had as high, if not higher, marriage rates, steady homes, father in the home, and their income and their where they fit in the tax bracket was on the rise. They were rising. They were doing better. The civil rights era came around, put a stop to that, broke up all the families, had no accountability, all the traditional values thrown out the window. You got thugs running the streets, daddies impregnating everything. Yeah, I was gonna write an article, maybe still might do it, about I think top 4 or 5 things that's been the worst for society: welfare, modern feminism, pill and or hormonal birth control. I'm going to say it, but people are probably going to act. The 19th Amendment, women's suffrage as a law. There was a couple other things that just really the liberal takeover of prisons and then the entire criminal justice system in combination with all them other things. I mean, it's just they're intertwined, and you look at all of the problems that we're facing. It's like, yeah, it's related to one of these, if not multiples. It is what it is. And the problem is not, you can't say it without, no, you're a misogynist. I'm fucking not. I am not. I love women. I do. I cherish them. I cherish women. See, that's what's gone in today's society. Cherishing. And women cherishing the men. You know you got a good man. Good. Good. Cherish him. Know what you have. Nobody's perfect. But cherish what you have. Cherish means something more than appreciating or, being grateful for. Cherish it. And let them know. And treat them right. Treat me right. Da, 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 da. Sorry, everything's a song. Oh, goodness. Yeah, we've lost our way. We've lost our way. Things were the way they were for a reason. For a reason. Our country's overwhelmed. It's been invaded. Morals are gone out. I had posted up about pride flags in front of Christian churches. It's like, oh, that's about, you can't at face value, you can't get any more blasphemous than that. You just can't. It's like, are you kidding me? All are welcome here. Yes, all are welcome. And Christ also sat down with murderers and thieves and tax collectors and prostitutes. Yes. But not because he was their fucking buddy. Not because he's saying, hey, you do you. It's all good, bro. He wasn't a hippie. He was a radical. He said, yeah, okay. Now fucking change. Stop doing what you're doing. And again, I don't care. I don't care what you think of the issues. I don't care what you think of the LGBTQ plus movement. I don't care. But if you're a Christian church, you should care what Scripture says. And when you don't, and you are pushing the exact opposite, stop it. Stop it. These are the churches that we've been warned about. And driving around, it's like, oh man, driving, and you come across this nice little church out in the middle of nowhere, and it's just flying the gay flag. It's like, you've got to be kidding me. Stop it. All are welcome. Oh, no hate. No hate. No. If you truly love your fellow man and the parishioners in your church, you're not going to lie to them like that. You're not going to allow them to keep doing things that you know Scripture says you ain't supposed to be doing. Again, I don't care whether you agree with stuff or not. But if you're a church, stick to Scripture. If you don't want to be a Christian, don't be a Christian. God gives everybody the choice. Don't be a Christian. It's on you. Your salvation is between you and God. But Scripture tells us, do not be a stumbling block. Don't be a fucking stumbling block. And that shit isn't just a stumbling block. It's a huge, just punji steak filled hole for people to fall into. Punji sticks, by the way, those are the sharpened sticks that they put in holes. It's a booby trap. Shame on you. Trying to be all righteous and, it's like, no, you don't know Christ. You know Hallmark Jesus. Hallmark Jesus was not scriptural Jesus. Stop it. But, yeah. Lost our way. Truth is verboten. You can't say it. Oh, because that's mean. No, it's not mean. Mean and uncaring is not helping your fellow man be a better person. That's mean. If you truly loved them, you wouldn't let them do the shit they're doing. You'd at least speak up and say, hey, you shouldn't be doing that. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. Is everybody still alive? John went off in the rough areas. Somebody type something. Laurel says yes. Yeah. It is what it is. Allie says, just listening and thinking about what you've said something. Peggy says, good night. And thank you, John. Well, thank you for joining the show again. She's almost always the first one that leaves at 10 o'clock. Gus says, I was snacking. Fair enough. Laurel says, good night, Peggy. Yes, good night, Peggy. Welcome. Thank you for joining the show. It's been a long day. Could be another long day. And I don't have enough hours. Don't have enough days in the week. Don't have enough hours. And then it's getting colder. And then I couldn't do any of this work when the wind was blowing. Oh, Jesus. Allie says, sorry, I was trying to say, thinking about what you were thinking about the church. Yeah. They'd rather make people feel good and get asses in the pews. So there's a difference between souls in heaven and butts in the pews. There's a difference there. Do not be a stumbling block. It's crazy. And the false virtue signaling. I'm driving back roads out in the middle of nowhere, and then there's a house, and then there's like a Black Lives Matter sign and a pride flag. Who the fuck are you telling? There ain't nobody driving down this road anyways. What the hell? Where's your American flag? How's about that? How's about putting up with the American flag? Crazy. But there it is. What you gonna do? Keep talking. Like I posted up on my page, speaking the truth isn't just about convincing others of the truth. It's also reinforcing the truth amongst those who know what the truth is. You got to hear it. You got to say it. Because if all you hear are lies all the time, over time, you then begin to believe those lies. So we must all speak truth. Gus says, just because you have morals doesn't mean you are going to heaven. Pretty simple. Yeah. And even what morals, it's like, what are the morals that you're talking about? Being a nice person isn't the key to heaven. Allie says, I went to a Baptist-based church, and my female pastor was, and my female pastor was openly gay. I got baptized by her, but it didn't feel quite right. So I got baptized by a Christian church, and it felt amazing. Yeah, I think I mentioned that on my last show. It's like, I will not darken the doorstep of a church led by a female. Won't do it. She says, I felt the Holy Spirit the second time. Well, that's good. That is good. Because it's not simply about the water. It's not just about the water. But yeah, won't do it. Will not darken the doorstep of a church led by a female. Not their place. And there's countless reasons for it. As I said too, that we got too many women in politics. We got too many women in lead positions. There is a female spirit and energy, and there's a male spirit and energy, and they're suited for different things, and they temper each other, but there should be an orderly way. That's the same way as the man is the head of the household, period. If the female is the head, look, females would run the household, yes. But the man was the head of the household. There should be no power struggle. There shouldn't be. It's like I never tell the missus, I'm the man, damn it. Well, sometimes I do, but it's in jest. But it never comes up to an issue. I always take whatever she says into consideration. Always. But if I say no, it's no. If I say yes, it's yes. You can't have two bosses. You can't do it. And there's too much tension, and it's not needed. It doesn't make anybody happy. It really doesn't. That's one of the lies the modern feminist movement has told women. You can be just like a man. You can do everything. You can. You ain't going to be happy. Oh, men are happy, so you're going to be happy. That's why I always think, gee, I'm a successful woman. I've got an education. I've got degrees. I've got a good paying job. I'm a famous person. Why aren't guys attracted to me? Because that's not what guys are interested in. Really not. We don't care about that. We don't. We compete with other guys for them standings. We're not going to compete against you. It's not an asset to our relationship. It's really not. And then they wonder, oh, gee, I can't fucking go. And another problem is, and I've mentioned this before, women are hypergamous. And there's a reason for it. They prefer somebody of higher social status and older than them. Higher social status and older than them. And the reason is, and I've said this before, modern people need to get this shit through their head. It's because throughout human history, women start bearing children young because that's when their bodies are most capable of doing it. They need somebody who is of good genetic foundation to give them the best offspring as possible. And it's not going to be guys their own age because they haven't proven themselves. You don't know if they're genetically suitable or not. They haven't lived long enough. The ones that have made it in life, so they're going to be older, they've been through some shit, they've proven their mettle. And since they've done that, they will generally have more resources. Higher social and or wealth older. It's the way it is. Men, generally, as a species, are attracted to younger, more submissive women because they don't need to fight them. They're fighting the world and they're fighting men. Younger is better for childbearing, since back in the day, most children died. So you need to have as many as possible. So there's a reason why it is. And trying to social engineer biology and the way we're coded doesn't work. And that's why people get all, so women, they've excluded by getting better jobs, being more famous, having more money, having more education. They're still hypergamous. They've just eliminated a shit ton of potential partners. And those partners don't care anyways. And the guys who are of higher status, they're not looking for that anyways. A top tier male, and I'm not in that category, but a top tier male would rather have the young waitress that's attractive than the successful businesswoman that's near his age. She's intelligent, she's got degrees, and she is successful in life. Well, that's not what he's looking for. It doesn't mean that that's bad. It's just not what he's looking for. And then she gets all pissed off, and women get pissed off, just like sex. The way men and women view sex is totally different. Women have a chemical bond and a hormonal bond when they have sex. Men don't. We can get emotional about it, but we don't have that bond because we're programmed differently. Men are programmed to spread their seed. Women are programmed to pick the best men and to get the best offspring that they can. So they're supposed to be more choosy and then stay with that. That's where you get that bonding. You get a pair bonding. And they have proven that a woman who has sex with more than 5 men finds it significantly more difficult to be satisfied sexually and to form a pair bond with the man. It's about 5. And you get all these gals out there trying to get their body count. It's like, oh, I've slept with 35 guys or 50 guys or 150 guys. Bless you. You don't know the damage you're doing to yourself. And that's why a lot of times women will do stuff and then regret it the next day. Men, they do stuff, they regret the next day. You're like, oh shit, I hope the guys don't find out about this. They don't have that, oh, I just feel so dirty and I feel so worthless. That's not how men are programmed. Women, they do. They do. And they regret it. They try to act like a man, and then when it's like, well, you're not a man. We don't think the same way. We're not programmed the same way. Mr. Mom, greetings, everyone from Northeast Oklahoma. Up by Muskogee. Muskogee is Northeast Oklahoma. You're coming in after the show is officially over. Well, almost officially over. It was supposed to run until the top of the hour. But yeah, men and women aren't the same. Thank God. Thank God. We're suited for different things. I went over on past shows about where men and women fit in most crucially with the development of a child. And it's vastly different. But you remove the man from the situation, which has happened, you have a far less than ideal situation because we handle things differently. Big Mike? It was Big Mike. I think God knew what he was doing. Yeah. Yeah, otherwise we'd be asexual creatures. And nature set up the same way too. Males and females are not the same. Some species, the male is smaller and the female is larger. Some species, the male is larger and the female is smaller. It depends upon what needs to work. With humans, the male is bigger. The male is stronger, bigger hearts, bigger lung capacity, because we're meant to do different things. Women have higher body fat count. They produce food. We don't produce food. We grow food. We catch food. But women produce food in their mammary glands. Men don't have that naturally. Yeah, there's whatever. We don't need to get into that. Men don't do it as a rule. Mr. Mom says they're putting chemicals in the water, making the fish gay. Alex Jones. No, he said, said the frogs. He's making the frogs gay, which actually was true. Which was actually true. A lot of shit that he said, a lot of it was bullshit, but a lot of stuff that he said was actually true. You find out, 5-10 years later, it's like, holy crap. It's not quite exactly what he said, but that's what's happening. They're putting chemicals in the water, they're making the frogs gay. But the fish identify as frogs. Modern birth control's doing that shit to some degree. It fucks up the girls' hormones. They're picking more and more effeminate guys. And that's been happening since the pill came out. So you're looking at what? 60 plus years? You've got 3 generations, at least, with a significant amount of women on these birth control pills, hormonal and or otherwise. And it's screwing them up. And we're now just finding out it's screwing them up. And it's screwing up the mates that they're choosing. And yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. Like I said, that was one of the modern birth control was one of the downfalls of modern society. Oh, but it frees up. Yeah, it takes away responsibility. That and abortion on tap. Oh, here's another thing that I meant to add. It's like I knew I was missing something. No fault divorce. No fault divorce. Gus says, I'm calling it a night. Good night, everyone. Have a great rest of your week. Thanks for joining the show. I'm going to be wrapping it up here shortly. And I'll be yakking at you. I'll be seeing you Friday morning anyways. Yeah. No fault divorce. You add all these things in together and you've got a huge mess. And they all came roughly around the same period. People need to stop dating for pleasure. Date to find a partner. Courting needs to come back. God, I can't believe I said that. Courting needs to come back. You date to court. You court somebody so that you're looking for a potential spouse. Not too early? No, it won't be too early. I'm not going to come over when I get up. He goes, John, you get up too damn early. Yeah, I'm not going to come over when I get up. But, yeah. Mr. Mom says they found a link between divorce and one particular food. Oh, where's this going? Where's this going? Okay. Allie says, oh, I can blame the birth control on my choices for 3 failed marriages. I married and divorced 3 abusive morons. Maybe you could. That could be part of it. plus a culture that doesn't make people be a little bit more Mr. Much at a wedding cake. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of social things at play, which makes it easy, and then you just pick the wrong guy to begin with. And so some of it may have been. When you knew you had to stay with that one guy for the rest of your life, people tended to be a little bit more picky. A little bit more picky. Just stay away from fellers with the name of Jim. That's a danger. It's a red flag. That Jim. James Kirk was a Jim, you know that. So. There's some sketchy fellers. Jim's over there going, "What the fuck? Damn, leave me alone." Allie goes, "Or I was just stupid." It could be. People are stupid. Yeah, people are stupid. Mr. Mom says, "I've been married once, 22 wonderful years, widowed 6 years ago." Well, sorry for your loss. You didn't kill her, did you? I'm sorry. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. He took that till death you apart shit really serious. Been dating Jim 6 years, says Allie. It's been absolutely wonderful. You ain't married him yet? The hell? You're living in sin. Bet you got tattoos, too. Yeah, so the Cowboys got tattoos as well. I got mine back when tattoos actually meant something. Nowadays, people are looking like damn crappily drawn children's coloring books with no coloring in them. But, yeah. What you gonna do? Allie says he doesn't want marriage. His first and only marriage lasted 23 years, and it was rough. Mr. Mom says, I met a lady in January, first one. It's the first lady you met? We get along really well. Don't know if I want to be married again. No, fair enough. I get it. Or was that the first nice lady that you met? Allie says, Jim has no tattoos, and I unfortunately have 3. But they are nowhere where I can. But they are where I can. It's supposed to be probably covered up. Can easily hide them. There you go. Said the first one since my wife passed away. Well, I'm glad you're finding somebody that you can find some companionship with. It's always a good thing. Life is, we're meant to have a partner. We are. We're not whole without the other one. Mr. Mom says, I don't have any tattoos. Good. Good. Don't get any. At your age, don't worry about it. Laurel says, I won't get married again. Well, that's fair enough. I know your situation. Allie says, I'm wanting to get rid of them, but it will be expensive. Yeah, can be. I hear it hurts more than getting the tattoo. Pain doesn't bother me like that anyway, so it doesn't make any difference to me. I thought about maybe getting mine removed, but most of them are starting to fade away pretty good. Jacqueline says it's just graffiti on their bodies for too many. Yeah, it's just find a spot and there's no rhyme and reason. I got inner forearm here. Inner forearm here, Got a brand on my outer forearm here. I got a tattoo on my chest. That's all I got. And then I got scars here and here and here and here and here and here. I'm like Al Severs from Geronimo. Got scars all over the place. Laurel says, I have 3 tattoos so far. Only want to get 1 more. Mr. Mom says, I was offered a free tattoo back in the 80s. Yeah. Like I said, all my tattoos mean something. They're not just, they all mean something. They still mean something to me. I just shouldn't have gotten it. I'd rethink it. Again, I got a brand too, and it means something. Means something. I thought about would be cool. Back years ago, I talked with Mrs. about it. Would be nice is I get like barbed wire around my biceps with maybe some ammunition, some rounds in it. And what I thought would be pretty cool too is if I had like angel wings on my back, but I'd go with the dark ones on my back. I thought that'd be pretty cool. Something you wouldn't think of. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever get another tattoo. Allie says, I've given birth 3 times and had numerous surgeries. I can probably handle the pain. Yeah, you probably can. That's fine. Here's another myth, too. Women handle pain better than men. Wrong. Wrong. No. You're like, what? No, I always heard the opposite. No. Especially like childbirth. There's so many endorphins and shit going through your body. It ain't the same. But bless you anyways. Love you, gals. Mr. Mom says, I'm checking in the way I checked. I'm checking out the way I checked in. Clean slate. No, I get it. The missus has a couple. She got hummingbird and a couple flowers on her chest on one side. And she got a unicorn on her lower leg. Yeah, that's it. She was a wild one. She was a wild one. But, yeah, I would tell gals, don't do it. Don't do it. Same way with piercings and stuff. Don't do it. just don't. Don't do it. Septum stuff. Don't do it. Allie says, only two mean something to me, but one looks god awful. Oh, the tattoos? Yeah. Mr. Mom says an ex-girlfriend has the same name, or has the name of her second husband tattooed on her butt. She's on husband number 4. Never get a spouse or someone that you're dating. Never get their names. Children, grandchildren, that's fine. Parents, that's fine. Never get the name of your partner, be it wedded or otherwise. Never get that on your body. Never. It's bad luck. And certainly don't get their freaking face tattooed. I've seen that shit. People put the, it's like, no, you're stupid. No, don't do that. Don't do it. No. People are crazy. Well, it's half after. My headache's kicking in again. I should close this down. I will be up bright and early. Mr. Mom says number 4 is a jackwagon. He doesn't deserve her. Oh. They'll sort it out. Or they won't. Allie says, thank you. Have a good night. Well, thank you. And you have a good night, too. Thank you all for joining the show. I will be again up bright and early. Go check out my Facebook page, see what's new. Stop in at least once a day because you're not getting everything. This week I've been a little anemic on the content just because, like I said, I have been working my ass off and still trying to put out content at the same time that I think is of value to folks. And as always, if folks think that what I am offering up to you all is worth it and you find value of it, consider donating. There's a link in the bottom of the show. You can do a single donation or you can do a monthly. Every bit helps. But definitely, yeah, go and check out the Facebook page. See what it's all about. Laura says, I think she meant good show. Good show. Good night, all. Sleep well. Thank you, Laurel. You too. Mr. Mom said, good night, everyone. Until next time, keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. Yeah, that'll help. Just stretch a little bit before you get too crazy. And again, well, let's see here. That's it for tonight. Next show is going to be Sunday. Pray that I don't hurt myself. I'm going to be bucking up some wood over there with Gus on Friday and maybe cut down a tree over at my son's on Saturday. Don't know. We'll see. I just been out straight. But I will see you on Facebook. As always, God bless and take care.